Late at night, a tired shopkeeper rubs his eyes as he tries to reconcile a messy stack of paper receipts in a disorganized back room. Popular culture suggests that businesses start in a different world entirely. We look for the gleaming boardroom, the flawless slide deck, and the multi-million-dollar pitch. Yet, while thousands walk past a frustrated shopkeeper or a delayed commuter every day, only a few recognize these moments as the raw material for an enterprise. This gap in perception exists because we mistake the mechanism for the origin. A business does not begin with a clever product, it begins with a specific human problem. At its most basic level, a business is an exchange that takes place inside the timeline of another person's day. The real work starts with disciplined observation, the act of noticing what is hurting, slowing, or confusing the people involved before trying to fix it. This makes the human situation, the empty chair, the foundational layer of the project. A solution gains its meaning only when it is anchored to the reality of the person it serves. Consider two tea stalls at a crowded railway station. They sell nearly identical tea at the same price, but their results are different. One seller wins by anticipating the traveler's situation. He knows who needs a lid for a moving train and who has only 2 minutes to spare, often preparing the cup before the customer reaches the counter. This is the atom of value. It defines value as the measurable difference between a heavily weighted tension and a state of relief. The tension is the traveler's anxiety. The relief is proactive service. That time saved is the actual value. People do not buy products in the abstract. They accept a change in their situation when the movement feels worth the cost. Building something useful requires uncovering these tensions without leading the witness or fishing for compliments. The most reliable method is to ignore a customer's adjectives and focus entirely on their verbs. Adjectives like difficult or slow are subjective judgments. Verbs reveal the actual friction: copy, search, wait, ask, hide, abandon. A shop manager might say their inventory system is fine, but observation reveals them manually searching for a barcode and waiting 3 minutes for a screen to sync. These physical workarounds are the strongest evidence available. They prove that a person is already paying a cost to improve their situation. Once a problem is identified, the next step is to test the observation without risking the entire enterprise on a guess. A farmer does not commit the whole field to an untested crop. They reduce uncertainty by testing the soil in a single row. This logic follows the first principles loop. Observe the behavior, compare it to your expectations, diagnose the cause, choose a response, and verify the result. A rigorous experiment must be allowed to disappoint the builder. Its purpose is to reduce uncertainty, not to perform a confidence that hasn't been earned yet. This discipline protects the creator from self-deception and ensures that the enterprise only scales once it has encountered reality. If the experiment succeeds and the venture grows, the builder enters the horizon of stewardship. At this stage, the effects of a decision travel far beyond the immediate transaction. This is where trust becomes a functional asset. It is a person's willingness to accept vulnerability because they expect the organization to act competently. Trust operates as a balance sheet. It is built through 2 repeating actions: setting truthful expectations and providing reliable repair when those expectations are missed. A durable business earns its right to scale by protecting the conditions that make its value possible for the long term. We can return now to the tired shopkeeper and the delayed commuter. A first principles lens reveals these moments as precise coordinates. They are the points where new value can be engineered for someone who needs it. A venture gains its durability by staying close to that origin, the decision to truly understand another person's day. Start by looking for the friction others have learned to ignore. To begin your own journey with the complete First Principles framework, find the book in the description below.